Y'all ain't hear me. They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat.
They trying to kill us. They trying to starve us to death. I just got some bad news, y'all. The U.S. just voted against food as a human right in 2025.
I get $3,000 in food stamps. Yeah, be mad. Stay mad.
You have to be a real dumbass if you ever plan on looting these stores, raiding these stores, all because you're not getting your EBT on November 1st.
I know damn well the rich ass black community ain't crying over food stamp benefits and welfare money. The rich ass, designer wearing ass, wig wearing, nail wearing, lash wearing, black community.
What's up, financial hawks? It's your man Eric, and in today's video we're going to be going over the food stamps. It's almost November 1st. Things are about to get crazy this month because a lot of people like the last video, so let's go ahead and go over some more of these, and I'll kind of just share my thoughts on this craziness that's unfortunately about to happen right before the holidays.
Y'all need to be very careful because apparently they already got started. Y'all know next month a lot of people not gonna get their food stamps and their SNAP benefits, and a lot of people gonna be desperate and hungry. A Walmart employee came on here last night talking about how they had emergency evacuate the Walmart because people done stormed up in there trying to put stuff in their bags and be stealing. Hey, but when y'all go to the grocery store next month, y'all better get in and get out. Don't be standing around trying to have no conversation with somebody from church. Don't stuff your buggy too full either. Get a few items and then leave. If you gotta go 50 miles per hour out that doggone parking lot, go 50 miles per hour out that doggone parking lot. Or if you want to be that person, baby, buy somebody's groceries for them. Help them where you can help, period. Baby.
All right, so like when she was talking, the first thing I thought about, well, this is a great time to actually be a security guard or have like a security company. I would be going to like Walmart and all the other stores, the grocery stores, and go ahead and be like, hey, I can, I got people who can work right here, make sure the Walmart is secure, parking lots are secure. I think this is a great time for people who are security guards. If you think about being a security guard, maybe in November might be a good time because, again, if things do end up going crazy or whatnot, you have a job there, or at least you'll be able to make some, maybe some extra income or whatnot. I don't know exactly how much Walmart security pays, if they have any type of like real security outside of like the people who are like your greeters and with like the one or two people in the back or whatnot. I guess it depends on how big the Walmart is. Second thing I thought about in this video too was that this is maybe a good time for people to start utilizing the Walmart Plus, so the one that you get it delivered to you. You may not have to worry about the craziness and or people trying to steal from you, and if you're getting it delivered to yourself. But maybe, what they could be like the whole plan. They could be Walmart and everybody's plan to actually have people doing that more. But then again, that can be a big negative too, because we can have people just relying on that, and they usually be closing down stores inside for most people. But I guess we're going to end up seeing
stores all because you're not getting your EBT on November 1st. Do you not know that these stores and law enforcement actually be on social media? Do you not know they're already prepared what they're about to do because they already know it's about to be like another Black Friday situation, except it's going to be even worse because people going to actually leaving these stores with cars full of food because their EBT cars not working? Y'all don't think they actually watch social media for that, what y'all about to do? Now, I did say in my last video about when EBT is not going to be given to people on November 1st, that only people I do feel bad about are the elderly, senior citizens, the disability people that cannot get around at all. And I also got to mention kids itself because they didn't ask in a situation, they didn't ask to be here. They just have to call up in it. And those are the ones I actually feel bad about. I also want to say is those of you that's been finessing the system, let this be a lesson learned that you cannot depend on anyone to fund your lifestyle. I see more PSA videos on my For You page when people saying that they're going to start looting these stores if they don't get the EBT on November 1st. I'm like, what's good going to do for you? Because all it's going to do is get you behind handcuffs and locked up.
what you're talking about is straight facts. Come on now. If you do plan on stealing or XYZ after November, why would you make a video talking about it? I know you're going to get clout and whatnot on social media, but that also puts a big target on you. And I guess a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people are just crazy. I think there are a few people who are actually, just trolling, like rage baiting for clicks. But there are a lot of people also out here who are really serious about this, about actually doing all this craziness. So for the fact that you're making videos talking about yourself doing that, that's wild. That is very wild.
Okay. I am getting up. I'm ready. Did my hair, took my shower, brushed my teeth, and I'm going to do my community service hours. Why community service hours, do you ask? Because they told me in order to keep my food stamps, I would have to do 15 hours of community service per week That's at minimum. I can do more if I want to, which I probably will because I don't have anything else going on. And my kids are in daycare since I qualified for subsidized childcare. So I'm going to do my 15 hours or more. I haven't decided yet. It depends on how I like it at the place where I'm volunteering. But, anyways, this is just until I get an actual full time job because they don't just let you stay in community service for as long as you want. You have to find employment or go to school. So,
All right, I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard about this community service to actually get food stamps. I think it would be pretty cool. They can expand this and it'd be available for everybody. So hey, if you can do 15 hours a week, we can give you, X amount of money, towards groceries. And again, I want that to be expanded to everybody because yeah, I would definitely love to be able to not only do community service, but also, can help out with some of these high prices on food. Man, I think we would definitely see an uptick for sure in people doing community service. But yeah, that's crazy. I never knew that. I never knew about this. I don't think all these videos I've been watching about these people talking about losing their EBT and whatnot. I've never heard anybody saying that they can just do community service to be able to continue to get it. Now, I don't know if it's the full amount or I don't know all that jazz, but the fact that I guess you can do community service and still get it, maybe after November 1st, that's very interesting. That's very interesting because it's what else are you doing unless you got a full-time job? I guess you got a full-time job, you won't be able to get the food stamps. So I guess you got free time. So yeah, I'm just not seeing the connection right there with, all this free time and not being able to do this community service. I might look into this community service some more. Let me know in the comments too if you guys are familiar with this because it does not even seem that bad. You working what 3 hours 5 times a week? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Or you can push it maybe to 6 days and work a little less. I feel like that's at least you're doing something towards getting the money for the free food. I like that. I like that community service. I'm gonna definitely look more into that for sure. It would be great to again expand that's for everybody on that. That would be cool.
Just know the rich ass, designer wearing ass, trip taking, wig wearing, nail wearing, lash wearing, 3 chains on, Rick Owens stepping, Balenciaga stepping, new shoe drop stepping. 1942 and Don Julio man, big timing, black community, and crying over no motherfucking food stamps and welfare money. Next motherfucking case. I know damn well the rich ass black community ain't crying over food stamp benefits and welfare money. I just know the rich ass, designer ass.
Oh yeah, you definitely calling out a lot of people, especially a lot of people online. Because again, you'd be on Twitter, Instagram, and whatnot, and people will be like, "Oh, I finally able to make $100,000, right?" And a whole bunch of these people will be like, "Hey, $100,000 ain't nothing, 100K, 200K, 300K, 400K, you making 100K, that's nothing. You can't do nothing. You broke." They'll call you broke. They'll call you broke for doing anything. So yeah, it's funny because you will see that again, on Twitter, Instagram, heck, even Facebook. Sometimes you see people flexing all of this jewelry, all this, crap, and calling everybody else broke. You only make 70,000, you broke. Doing all this extra shit. And now some of these same people are the people now making these videos talking about this, with the EBT and all that, and having to steal now to get food, but you didn't have to steal right to get them Nikes, to get the jewelry and all the other stuff, right? So yeah, I think she definitely calling out a lot of these people on social media. It's kind of like in the gym life, they call it the gymflation, being able to bench 225. Now all of a sudden, everybody in the world can bench 225, and if you can do that, you're a rookie. Yeah, the same thing going on with this. I guess money inflation, but it's all cap, it's all fake. Hopefully, I guess this whole situation can let you guys know. All the people talking online, talking about, oh, you only make 100K, you're broke. You only make 90K and 80K, you're broke. Man, that's a all cap. When people are actually dealing with, XYZ in real life, then you'll see. You can probably see it in real life too. You may not see it this year with that person, but probably a year or two from now, you'll see it. Probably, if anything, they're using credit cards and using other tactics to get that money. But yeah, don't be fooled. If you are grinding out here working, you make a 60K, that's something. So you making 70K, 80K, 100K, that's something. Again, how crazy and the inflation and everything is, yeah, you're going to be, needing more a lot of the cases, but at least you're trying to get somewhere. At least you're trying to do better. You making 100K, you're doing a whole lot better than majority of all people. I think now in 2025, I think if you can make 100K, you're at the top 15 top 15, and that's in the United States. If you're talking about the whole entire world, you were like what, top 5 or something, like super low. I mean, super like rare. So yeah, don't feel bad about yourself if you're out here grinding and you're not needing all these extra stuff, because a lot of people online, social media, they're just capping. They're capping about the money, capping about what they be doing. They capping on, the gym and what they can actually bench, all cap.
No food stamps, no problem. Come on, let's go in Kroger. Let me show you how you can get you about 4 packs of meat for $20 to last you for the week. Come on.
Right here, you got $25 packs of chicken breast. Also, they got $10 pack chicken wings. They got $5 pack chicken drum. Here is a $10 pack of pork. Get you some Jiffy Mix. It's 69 cents here. You may can find it a little cheaper at another place. And here is some more $10 pack of pork. They normally have those packs of pork chops for just $5, the boneless pork chops. But either way, let me show you what else you can grab to go with it. Come on. Here is some corn for 89 cents. They got the potatoes for $1.50 a piece. You can even grab your pack of gravy meat and make you a gravy if you don't know how to make it from scratch. You can grab those egg noodles. They're only $1.79. And when my foods got cut off last year for about 3 months, that's literally how I shop. Like I say, at the time, I didn't have a baby. I only had 6 kids. Now I have 7 kids. But baby, best believe I'm going to scratch the dog. And my kids were fit and full.
Okay, that was a good one. At first, like the way the video kind of started, I'm pretty sure the comments probably talking about this too. And I thought you were going to be like doing like a parody of like how you can like steal, or XYZ, maybe using the machine, cashier person instead of like the actual person, like the, do the money, the whole thing. But yeah, she actually just gave out straight, really visual proof right here of how you can afford to buy, XYZ food that doesn't cost too much, that you can use to, again, make meals for yourself and for your family. I like how she actually showed the different prices, show, I guess, some of the different meats and other ingredients that you can use, you can buy. Again, I think that's good. I think we definitely need to see more of that. And hopefully some people who are actually, do need those food stamps and are, may have to be dealing with a lot of craziness going on in November will not be able to get it. Hopefully you can watch this video right here and kind of just have an idea of some of the things that you can buy that can be cheap, but can allow you, again, to feed yourself and feed your family.
So I just received an email from my food stamp benefit saying that if the government shutdown lasts longer than this month, I will not be receiving any benefits next month. And it's like, this month is kind of already done with, so I don't really see the government opening back up before October's over. What I get paid equals to the amount of what my bills are, just bills. So that doesn't include diapers and wipes, gas, food. It's just the rent, the water, the electricity, the cable, the internet, my phone bill, and my car insurance. That's the bill. I find myself left struggling to put gas in my car, buy diapers and wipes, and food. Luckily, I have food stamp benefit. So if I don't receive my food benefits next month, it's like, and it's not like sitting around being lazy, just collecting help from the government. I work full time. It's just everything's increasing except my pay rate. There's a lot of people that are in my situation that work full time and still cannot afford to buy food because your paycheck literally cover just bills. So me seeing that email on my phone just now kind of like blew my whole evening because I wasn't really believing the rumors. I don't really follow the news and all that. I mean, us moms always figure it out. We're always going to find a way. But it is kind of stressful, like having to now think about how I'm going to buy food next month. All my bills that I can barely afford anyways.
So yeah, I mean, people on food stamps are dealing with a lot of stuff right now because, again, everything has increased. So yeah, that definitely does suck that, she's in that situation. Obviously, I guess she's trying to work, or she is working. So I will give her that. That's good. I like to see people actually working. I don't know how much she's making, obviously, because I guess you can't make too much to be able to afford food stamps. So what I would be doing if I was her, that's good that she's making videos. I guess I would continue making video content. Hopefully can pop on TikTok. I would, again, not only have your content on TikTok, I would have it in multiple different places. Again, we want to be agnostic on our platforming so that we can have we can multiply our money. So your one video can be, broadcast different, several different places. But yeah, I just can't see myself just like myself personally just actually believing, like if I was in the, if I was receiving food stamps, actually believing that the government is going to actually be giving this money every single month. I don't know. I feel like I would be cautious every single month. But yeah, it looks like, yeah, she wasn't. And now she kind of, I guess, got blindsided. So hopefully, again, she can find some type of way. Maybe she got some family or whatnot. But again, you're going to have to upskill, upskill yourself, because I don't think it's going to be getting better again. Like you said, everything's going up higher. You got, rent going up, and you got what mortgages, interest here, extras there, food, everything is increasing. So if you're in that type of situation right now, I would really focus not only just staying at your current job, but trying to upskill so that you can get another job that pays a lot more, and so that you don't have to rely on those food stamps. But again, you're able to afford, different things and actually provide for this fully. But again, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of effort. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be something just easy. I guess depending on what type of field you're trying to get into. But if you're trying to get into tech, for example, you can try to focus on maybe like your security plus or like your A plus. Just watch free YouTube videos, get that knowledge. You don't even have to pay for the test itself. And then you chat GPT to help you craft a resume for a help desk job, and get yourself a help desk job that can pay a whole lot more than what she's currently making right there. And it can probably give you that flexibility to be able to do more, maybe work from home, maybe help out with the child care because you'll be at the house with your kids. There's a lot of things. It's a lot of different things you can do. It's a lot of different things you can do.
So I get $3,000 in food stamps. Obviously, it's 8 of us, so you do the math. That's why I get 3,000. I have no income, so obviously I'm gonna get the full benefit amount. Does that make you mad too? Does it make you mad that the government is helping me feed my children? Does that make you want to punch me in my face? Does that make you angry? Does that make you shiver in your boots? Yeah, be mad. Stay mad. I'm gonna feed my kids.
Okay, that video definitely, made a turn. The first thing I thought about in this video was $3,000 on food stamps a month. Because I seen another video of like another girl. She was like making like what? Or getting like what, $3,500, $4,000 a month on food stamps. Now she said she had 8 kids, so I divided that 3,000, divided that by 8, and I got $375 per kid. Now I guess it depends maybe what place you're in. Maybe they may give you more or maybe less per kid. But then that's a lot of kids to not actually have any type of income. And I'm going to say the same thing like I said with a girl. You should be upskilling. It should be some type of upskilling so that you can get yourself a job, so that you can at least make some money. He says he get the full benefit because he has $0. So I don't know exactly how long that lasts. But from watching a lot of these videos, it seemed like it just lasts forever. I could be wrong, but it seemed like this stuff, like as long as you don't work, you will continually to keep getting food stamps. Now, I think this would be another good one too for that volunteer work, being able to, do the volunteer XYZ for like 15 hours, 20 hours a week. So again, at least you're doing something, at least you're, benefiting that city or benefiting that area in some capacity. So again, maybe when these food stamps get back, maybe you may have to do that volunteer work or XYZ for 15, or 20 hours a week. So it's like, so that you're at least doing something. Also, too, again, I don't think that you should be able just to not work or not do anything and just continue getting that money forever. I understand like short, periods of time or whatnot, but just forever is like, why would you work? I can't even get mad at her because like, why would I work if you're going to just give me all this money, anyway? You'll give me $3,000 anyway, and I don't have to do anything. Why do that? $3,000. Again, if you're making food for like the whole family, you can spend a lot less than $3,000 to be able to feed those kids. You don't have to spend, make meals individually for each one. You can make big, portion size XYZs for everybody, and everybody can eat together, So yeah, I want to be mad. And the way that video switched up was about, you want to be mad, you want to slap me? No, what? But I can't even get mad too, because again, the government goes just continue to give you the money and you not do anything. I mean, this is going to happen. Like, and not just with food stamps, with just anything, period.
The administration will be taking away EBT next month. Yes, that's right. No food stamps next month. How do I feel about it? I don't care. But let me tell you why before you get your panties in a bunch. Let me explain myself. Number one, this is coming from a woman who was pretty much homeless and disabled, and my state still wouldn't give me food stamps. So I didn't get rich until this year. Secondly, y'all need to start thinking about it. They finish off food stamps the month of Thanksgiving. Let me tell you something. I don't need to depend on y'all for me to eat. And I don't think nobody else should either. Because look at the effects. They're just talking about taking food stamps away, and y'all are willing to act crazy that quick. That quick. They got you that quick. I had seen one video. This lady was like, it's the taxpayer's job to take care of my kids. I thought if you pop them out, it's your job.
Yeah, I remember seeing that video too. I actually did a reaction to that one. I know that was crazy then. I still think that's crazy now. But yeah, I guess I don't know how she wasn't able to, I guess, get the food stamps, being that type of situation that she was in, but she was able to get herself out of it. Again, there has to be some type of limit. Like, I just can't see them just allowing you just to have food stamps and not work, period, just forever. And like, of course, something like this was going to happen eventually if, they cut it off. So yeah, for people, I guess, who are on food stamps, let me know if you have to work or not. I'm definitely intrigued to see how many people have to work and how many people don't, and how much like money you're getting. I guess you probably don't have to tell me exactly how much money you're getting, because you got a whole lot of people out here crazy right now. They may be like, oh wow, you're getting $3,000, $4,000 a month. I'm gonna beat you up now. You got people crazy out here right now, and they're gonna continue. And again, this is a crazy time again before the Thanksgiving, before the holidays, you got Christmas and other stuff coming up soon too. Assuming the food stamps is not going to be there as well. So hopefully, I guess maybe the stores may decrease the food price a little bit, because that's continually been going higher these last few years. And that will actually help out a lot of people, because again, I don't have any food stamps and I'm dealing with a whole lot of this increase in the food and other things. So yeah, they can decrease the food a little bit and help out everybody. That might be something, but yeah, I don't, if they don't, I just don't see Thanksgiving while a lot of these grocery stores making a whole lot of money during that period if people can't afford it anymore. But yeah.
This is a message to the grocery stores that earn profit from those that are on SNAP and food stamps. And I'm talking about in the New England area, Shaw's, Stop and Shop, Aldi's, Market Basket, Zebra, even Walmart. It's time for you to give back to your community. Stop asking consumers for donations, because I know that's what you're going to do on November 1st, okay? You have made billions of dollars off of families that are either actually paying or that are on SNAP and food stamps. So it is time for you to give back to the community.
Okay, I don't think this is actually going to end up working over there. I don't see no grocery store actually now just giving back. Maybe they can like decrease the prices. I can see that. I can actually see that, and them decreasing the price a little bit. But I'm just not seeing Walmart and all the other grocery stores just like, oh wow, now we're gonna go ahead and just give back. Now we're gonna be giving. Y'all were helping us out on our groceries. Now we're gonna come out and help you guys out, because it's inflation. All this stuff kind of just been going on for so long already. And they haven't did it then. They haven't did it in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, nor October. So I'm just not seeing them switching up to November. December, like, okay, now everybody get free food. Now everybody gets, like, I'm just not seeing that. So yeah, it's cool. It'd be great if they're like watching the video and they're like, oh wow, I'm gonna change my mind. But I'm just not seeing none of these companies doing that. I don't truly believe that she even believes these companies are gonna end up doing that.
That's because I don't want to work 20 hours a week, which is crazy. Can you imagine having to work 20 hours a week? So I don't want to work. You take all of my benefits away. The benefits that you have allowed me to use for 13 years with no warning at all. The government has enabled this behavior for 13 years to where I have not had to work a day in my life. 13 years of almost $10,000 in government aid. And now, because you signed some stupid bill that says I have to work if I want to get food stamps, and because I don't want to, you take it all away, no warning.
And you see, again, this is what happens if you don't have to work or do anything, and they can just give these food stamps for you forever. C says working 20 hours a week is too much. Working 20 to 40 hours a week is too much. That's what you have to do. That's what most people have to do, unless you, again, you like one of the rare percentage of people who, like super rich and you don't have to. And or if you're a person who was able to, grind those few years or maybe those decades to then be able to get out of that rat race. But yeah, the majority of people do have to work. So that entitlement of like, hey, working 20 hours is too much. This is what this breeds if you just give out these food stamps or whatnot, and you don't have to work or do anything for it. No volunteer work for 15 hours. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. They're just giving you this money. This is what is going to breed. So I'm I'm going to have to subscribe, because I definitely want to see what her thought is, her mindset going to be when it actually hits in November. When it November 1st hits, I'm definitely intrigued to see that. I'm pretty sure you guys are too, but again, you got people like this who got this type of mindset, and it's like, dang, it looks bad for the people who actually need the food stamps. Where you got people like her who don't want to work. 20 hours is too much. 15 probably too much. 10 hours too much. Maybe 5 hours probably might be too much. And that kind of just ruining again, or at least the perspective of people viewing people on food stamps because of that. Yeah, that mindset right there.
Those of you laughing because I'm on welfare, I just want to show you something real quick. This is my upcoming pending deposit for SNAP EBT for November. If you are laughing at me right now because you think that I'm going to suffer come November, you better think again. You know how to work the system into my favor.
Now, I don't know what state she's in. I don't know how she is able to game the system in this way, because that means she's a mom of 3. It's her. So that means they all get over $1,000 a piece to eat off of every month. 4 people. I don't know if she have a husband or a boyfriend or whatever, and they're just not working, or if she just added on extra people that she's taking care of. I don't know. But can somebody tell me, how does a person get over $4,000 worth of food stamps every single month? Let me know in the comments.
And let me know too. Let me know too, because I'm definitely intrigued. Because we just went over another video, and the girl had 8 kids, so what, $375 per kid. She has what, 3? So she getting over 1,000 plus for each kid. I'm definitely intrigued. Guys, put me on game. Don't email me. You know what? You don't have to put in the comments. Email me. I'm shocked again on how much money some of these people are actually getting each month. $4,000 for 3 kids. And she doesn't want to work, and she's, I guess, kind of gloating about it, like, hey, I'm still, I got this, and I can still game the system. That is crazy. And for the fact to make a video talking about that, that is wild too. If I could make an extra $4,000 not doing anything and not being, not having to work or whatnot, I would not be making any videos talking about how I can game the system. That's me though. We'll see if this video will still be up the next month or 2. But yeah, that couldn't be me. That definitely couldn't be me. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know what's the fence you are on this. Are you receiving the $4,000, $3,000? Let us know how you're able to get that with just 2 or 3 kids. I'm definitely intrigued. But if you have to game the system, go ahead and just email me. My email should be somewhere on my contact with a page or something. Maybe I can do a video talking about that. And I'm not going to report you or anything. Like, if you send me an email, I'm not going to be like, oh, wow, you sent me an email, IRS or government. Nah, I ain't going to tell nobody. I'm just intrigued to see how you guys do it. Yeah, if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe. Peace.